Hi, CD Bestie, it's Keenan Te. Check out my interview with Creativedisc.com, the #1 music website in all of Indonesia.
Hi CD Bestie, welcome back to Creativedisc exclusive interview with me Dundhee. And today I'm so excited because I'm gonna get to know this musician who also have 1.9 million monthly listener on Spotify. So if you don't know him, you are missing out. So with me now is Keenan Te. Hi man.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm totally ecstatic to have you here in Indonesia and especially spending my time with you.
Yes, it's so good to be here.
To get to know you. So, how's Indonesia treating you so far?
It's been great. I absolutely love it here.
Yeah.
And I love the food. I love Indonesian food so much.
What kind of food though that you already
So my
tried?
favorite is soto Betawi.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. So my girlfriend's actually Indonesian.
Oh,
so
really?
I know a lot of Indonesian foods that are like a little less basic than like nasi goreng.
yeah. I believe that a lot of people will say that nasi goreng.
Lots of people know those. But I love soto Betawi. I love iga bakar. I love soto ayam.
Wow. So you are kind of like soup person, if I must say.
I am a soup person. But it's been so good to be back here in Indonesia. I got to meet some fans as well, which has been.
I saw your video back when you met Indonesian fans.
Yeah, it's so cool to finally meet Indonesian fans, especially because so many of them have been supporting me for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And to finally meet them in person is really cool.
And it's really cool to see like a lot of Indonesian people can appreciate a lot of music from different countries, right?
Yeah.
Especially in Australia or maybe like another country. So how did you find it? I mean, like, can you believe that first time you wrote music and suddenly like you've been heard throughout the nations or like throughout Indonesia and throughout the world?
I cannot believe it. Like it was so surreal and so crazy. When I first released my first song, Dependent, it went to #1 here in Indonesia within like a week.
Yeah. You know what? Because Indonesian people love ballads so much.
Yes, I have realized. We love our ballads. But it was just, I could not believe what was happening, and it didn't feel real, and it was so cool to see so much love and support come out of a country that I had never been to at the time. And you know, that love and support from my Indonesian fans has continued ever since my first ever song release, and with my new song 24/7, them kind of just supporting everything that I do is just so crazy, and I'm so grateful. So it makes my heart warm. And I'm just so grateful.
And I do believe that this is not your first time in Indonesia, right?
No, it's my third time.
Yes. The first time in Bali.
First time was in Bali for a holiday, and then the second time was in Jakarta last year. And then now I'm back in Jakarta.
Ooh. How's the weather? Is it the same with the Melbourne though?
It's not the same as Melbourne. Melbourne right now is freezing cold.
Okay.
But
it's because it's the middle of the year.
It is, it's like the middle of winter. But surprisingly, this time around in Jakarta, it hasn't been as hot as I remembered.
Okay.
But I have also been indoors for like my entire time here. So
I know.
That's probably why.
So boiling hot these days. And yesterday, like all of a sudden in Jakarta, we have some heavy rain out of the blue, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not notice.
In my office, like heavy rain suddenly, and I was like, wait, what?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, I was indoors like
all the
day
time
yesterday and all day today. So I have not been able to explore Jakarta as much as I would like to, but I would definitely be back. And I'm definitely gonna.
You need to come back to stroll around Jakarta.
Yes, I need to like dedicate an entire day to just eat.
That is true.
That's
that
like
is true.
all I want to do.
So speaking of like changing like tradition or something like that, I've learned that you are from Melbourne, right?
Yes.
And I've never been there. So
You should go.
could you give me like some food recommendation or some places I must visit though?
You definitely need to try the coffee in Melbourne.
Yes,
Melbourne
I've heard that
coffee
a lot
is probably the best
coffee,
in the world.
Yeah.
There's a really cool cafe that does really good coffee and matcha, which is my favorite.
Ooh,
it's called Tori's.
Okay, Tori's.
So you should definitely go
I will
there.
Take notes.
Yes. There is a lot of really good sushi in Melbourne, which is my favorite food.
Yeah.
My favorite restaurant is this place called Komeyu.
Komeyu, all right.
And it's just like the best experience. It's so good.
Okay.
And then a traditional like Australian thing to do would be, you could like, so the national sport in Australia is called footy.
Footy?
And it's similar to rugby. It's similar to like NFL.
Okay.
But it's like the Australian version, so you should go watch that because it's such an experience.
What is the difference though between rugby and footy? It's way more muddier or like?
No, it's less muddy.
Okay.
I think some of the rules are different. I'm not the best person to ask, but I know that the ball is slightly differently shaped.
I see.
A footy ball is more like, it's like the shape of like an eye. It's like a.
So it's like
kind of pointy
on
the end, and then like. I don't know what that's called. Like an oval.
But speaking of the game, it's quite the same with rugby. Technique of the game.
I'm not
sure. Well, we are not sport person.
Yeah.
Both of us are.
Good thing I'm a singer.
And good thing I'm an interviewer. Okay, let's talk about music, Keenan.
Yes.
Because I need to know what kind of songs that you listen to, especially like this couple of months, this couple of days.
I've been loving Drunk Text by Henry Moody.
Please, yes.
Such a good song. I'm actually friends with him, and I'm so happy for all the success that he's getting.
Yeah.
I've been loving Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
So good. One song that I always love listening to every time I hear it, High School in Jakarta by Nicki.
Yes.
Such a good song.
Yes.
And she's so talented.
And she's thriving right now.
She's thriving. She's a global superstar.
True.
She's amazing. I would love to do a collab with her. I think she'd be like my number one artist to collab with. So those are probably 3 songs that I'm loving at the moment. How about you? What are you listening to?
Well, currently I'm listening to, I cannot stop listening to Billie Eilish in the latest album.
Oh, yes.
Birds
really
of the Feather is my jam.
I
like
love
every
Birds
time.
of a Feather.
Like it's so good, and listen to like a lot of changes between album 1, album 2, and album 3. It's like growth. That's the thing that I love about Billie. I'm not a big fan, I must say, but I do love listening to her music like every now and then.
Yeah.
So let's talk about music. Pursuing music. Why music? First place, Keenan.
I have always loved music, and I've always loved singing. Literally ever since I was like 2 years old. Like I used to put on like fake concerts for my parents and their friends as a little 2-year-old. So you know, this has been a lifelong dream.
Okay.
I think the thing about music is that I really like being able to express myself and to process my emotions through art and through music. And the fact that I get to connect with millions of people is just like the coolest thing ever. You know, when I started my music career, I really wanted to use my music to help people, and that was like my number one goal. So I guess that's kind of like the number one thing when it comes to music, is that I really want to connect with people, and I really want to tell my story and hear about their stories. And you know, I think music really brings us together, even if we don't all speak the same language. And music is really universal. So I think that's why I love music.
I see. Because a lot of people kind of like have the same feeling whenever they listen to the music. Not related with the experience that the singers had, but they got their own experience that related to the music.
Exactly. That's what I love about it, is that I can, you know, write a song about a specific situation, and it might not be exactly what someone else has gone through, but you know, we can connect on feeling the same feelings, and I think that's really cool.
So do you write your own music, right?
Yes.
Based on your own
everything that I write everything that I release, I have written, and it's all based on, you know, life lessons that I've learned or past situations or current feelings. You know, I think songwriting is really therapeutic for me, and I'm always writing music.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like literally always. So yeah, all my songs are kind of just like my diary entry, and it's really just me in song form.
So right now you kind of like have a lot of books written, just the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of songs sitting on my phone and sitting on my laptop. And I love to tease the songs and post them way before I'm supposed to, and sometimes I get in trouble for it. But you know, I really see my fans as more than fans. They're really like my family, and with my parents and my brothers, I show them songs that I'm working on way before I release them. So I do the same with my supporters and show them songs that I'm working on way before.
So you leak your own
I
song.
really do. I'm like my own worst enemy. I leak all my music, but I will continue to do it.
Because they love so much whenever singers leak their own songs, right?
I think like, you know, I really am so grateful for every single one of them, and I wouldn't be able to have this career without their support. So I really want to involve them in every step of the way and really just show them every single part of the process. So it's never gonna stop.
Listen to that, people. So I love the way that you describe yourself on Spotify artist page with the words, I write songs for you to scream in your car. And I totally feel it fits the type of music that you release, right? How to come up with those words?
You know, when I'm driving, that's when I listen to most of my music. And that's when I'm like screaming.
So you listen to your own music?
Not like just music in general. Whether it's my own or other people's music. I usually listen to music when I'm driving. And you know, there's no one else in the car, so I'm like singing my heart out. Turn up the volume. Yeah, it's like full blast, windows down.
Yes,
like that is the vibe.
Yes, sir.
And I really want to make music for people to enjoy in their cars, but also you know, in their bedrooms, in the shower, literally wherever. But I just think that, you know, the car is such a safe space, and you know, I think a lot of people listen to music in the car, so I just wanted to make songs that were perfect for like road trips with your friends or like late night drives by yourself, you know, all the car vibes.
Believe it or not, I drive motorcycles, but I'm also listening to music like every single time whenever I drove somewhere. And whenever I listen to your music, I listen to your music on the way here, and I will like, okay, that's he put that word. I need to like scream my lungs out whenever I see that I listen to your music. That's the best way to represent your music. Anyway, when it comes to write your own music, which come first, lyrics first, or like melody first, or like some sort of both?
Usually melody first. I grew up like doing piano lessons and guitar lessons.
How many music instruments that you can play?
I can play piano and guitar, and then I can play like a little bit of drums, but like not that much. But I did piano lessons for 10 years, and I did guitar lessons for 6 years.
Wow!
And I also did,
ladies and gentlemen.
I also did singing lessons for like 5 years. So like I've always been really musical. So I think melodies come more naturally to me. But then there's also times where, you know, a concept might come to me, or you know, I might have a certain feeling or situation that I want to write about. So it honestly changes a lot, but I would say that melodies what I kind of naturally hear,
like come first, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to burned out, like everyone's gonna feel the same way, right? Even you describe yourself as I'm writing a lot, like every single day. I believe that there are some moments that you're gonna be like burned out or something like that, or having like writer's block or something. If that happens to you, what did you do usually?
I think when I feel any type of burnout or writer's block, I really just take a step back and do things that make me happy and reset me. I really love spending time with my family and my girlfriend and my best friends as well. I think like it's really, really nice to be able to take a break and just, take a moment to just kind of detox of everything and just like reset. And I think that's what I need anytime I feel burnt out.
Yeah.
And I think also having people around you that you really care about and they care about you, they can also help you through that tough time as well. I do love a good like road trip when I can. Like I think, just getting away for a little bit is really
like
nice.
Put a pause on life and go somewhere.
Yeah, like I definitely felt a little bit burnt out at the middle of last year. So me and my two best friends, we just went on a road trip and I turned my phone off and we sat by the beach and we tried out a random restaurant and it was just really nice to just spend time with people that you care about. And then after that I was good and I was ready to work again.
Feel so refreshed afterwards, right?
Yes, because I don't see my career as work. It doesn't feel like work because I really enjoy it and it's so much fun. But writer's block is definitely normal as a songwriter. So yeah, I think whenever I feel that, I just try to take a moment and kind of like reset, kind of refocus on my goals and remind myself like what I'm grateful for and all that.
Okay, so let's talk about your music now. I believe that 24/7 is the first single on 2024, if I'm not mistaken.
It's actually my third single.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
So, what is 24/7 is all about? I mean, is it from the love story that you had, or like something else?
Yeah, I mean, 24/7 has like multiple stories behind it.
Yeah.
The song is about being secretly in love with your best friend or having a secret crush.
Yep.
Which I think is something that's so relatable for everyone. I feel like everyone in their life has had a secret.
At least one.
Exactly. At least you have that at least one person that you're like secretly in love with. And that was kind of me and my girlfriend before we started dating.
Really?
Like I was very much head over heels before she knew it. So, on one side, 24/7 is about that, but at the same time, the chorus sings about wanting to spend 24/7 with someone, and that's how I feel about my fans as well. So 24/7 is really a love letter from me to them. And it's also just like a time to appreciate your loved ones. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be your best friends or your family or whoever. So, 24/7 has multiple meanings. And like we were saying before, it's really cool to see fans kind of relate the song to their own personal situation. And I've been seeing social media videos of fans with like their parents and their siblings and their friends. And it's just been really cool to see a song be so universal and just relatable for so many people in so many different ways.
And it's so nice to see like a lot of people like expressing themselves through your songs, right?
Yeah, it's been really cool. I feel like I've been able to express myself through my music. So for people to kind of relate to that and use my music to express themselves is really, really cool.
Okay. So my last question will be like, where do people need to listen to your song besides they want to scream their lungs out?
I think, my music is about real things and about real situations. I'm just like every other 23-year-old and we all go through the same sort of things. And life can get crazy sometimes.
The roller coaster of life,
It is such a roller coaster of life. And I think, I really try to be as honest as I can with my music. So if people are looking for songs that they can relate to, I think that's definitely the number one thing when it comes to my music is I really try to make sure that people can relate to the lyrics in some way or another. So,
And I do love the way you, writing songs with like pure honesty throughout your lyrics. Because a lot of like, Dependent is one of my favorite songs of yours
so
because like you put like so many emotion in that song, like that particular song. Like, I mean, a lot of people I'm sure that will relate to your songs throughout throughout all of your song. Man, what happened to me like this?
No, you're good.
Okay, so my last question will be like, is there any message to your Indonesian fans? I do
Yes.
believe that you met like a part of them,
Yes.
which will be like a lot of them that they can make it.
Yes.
Is there any message to them?
Yes. I mean, I just want to say terima kasih. I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for all the support that I've been shown from my Indonesian family.
Yes.
And I am definitely coming back for shows, so stay tuned.
Please.
And lots of new music on the way, lots of happy boy, but also more of the sad boy stuff. So stay tuned.
Wow. There will be more sad boy.
Yes, of course. Always.
Keenan Te, thank you so much for
so
having
much.
time and having a chat with me. It's
So
been
great to hang
great
out.
pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you
And I
so
do
much.
believe that we can meet each other like in another time.
Yes,
And
of course.
And
I'll
I
be
want
back.
to see you perform in Indonesia.
I will be back.
Yes,
Stay tuned.
please.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much.
So, City Bestie, that's it, our interview with Keenan Te. Check out a lot of stuff from his music to his social media, and also don't forget to listen to his new song 24/7 on Spotify. My name is Dundhee. You are not checking out. See ya.
Bye.